Hello there, fellow explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Altars. Episode 6, Taking Rare Samples. Alright, taking a look at our resources. I would say minerals is most needed, because if we want to build a social room or an infirmary, we're going to need that. And then also, we need to get the bridge anchor information from the corporation, so let's have that call now.
Hello?
Oh, it's the boss.
Jan Dolsky. Finally. I've been impatient to meet you.
Yeah, sure. You that big fish Lucas was mumbling about?
Terrence Maxwell. But yes, I am both his and your superior at mining operations. First of all, my heartfelt condolences. Losing the whole crew must have been hard on you.
Not really, I barely knew them, or yeah, I still can't get over it. Whatever their names were, I don't recall.
Yeah, I still can't get over it.
Their families have been informed. They're grief-stricken, as you can imagine. But the deaths of their loved ones will go down in history as part of a pioneering discovery. Your discovery.
So, do people know I found Repidium?
We're keeping the news within a very limited circle. It's only wise for the time being.
Of course, yeah. No reason to get everyone hyped up. Might still fail.
I can see you're a grown man, Jan. And you understand the stakes. I don't want to put pressure on you, but failure is not an option.
That's why you had me create my altars? You'd rather let me lose my mind than lose the Repidium?
It was a long shot, I admit. But we were saving both. Repidium and you, Jan. Do you think it was a mistake?
No, I'm happy I did it. I have mixed feelings, or I don't believe you care about me. And he is Lucas Peña's boss. The big fish. Yeah.
I have mixed feelings. Sure, it's better to be alive, but I feel like a line's been crossed.
You certainly have a chance to experience something extraordinary. Many people would envy you.
Let's just get one thing straight, Maxwell. I know you expect things of me, but I'm no hero.
Heroism. Are you familiar with the works of Albert Camus?
Of course. Albert who? Or you mean that old game about rats?
Albert who?
A great writer and philosopher. Camus believed heroism was easy, accessible. For him, it was living a normal man's life that was a true challenge. Being decent. Doing the right thing. You are the first person to prove that we can actually excavate Repidium in quantities that can really make a difference. A dream the biggest corporations have been chasing for over a decade now. Constantly failing. You say you're not a hero? Well, maybe I don't need you to be one. Maybe you should just carry on being a decent man, Jan Dolsky.
Okay, you're buttering me up for something big here. Let's cut to the chase.
Hard-headed. I like that. You've probably noticed how different Repidium looks in reality than on the training materials they showed you.
Why is that?
It changes form constantly. Its chemical structure is so volatile that it is almost impossible to capture two particles in the same state. A fleeting substance. Spectacular. But also very unstable.
How come it works then?
Not enough tests were run to explain that. The only sample ever found in space was researched inside a mobile base like your own, but it never made it back to Earth. It lasted long enough to demonstrate its amazing qualities, only to disintegrate somewhere between the Copernicus and the Hyades cluster.
So, you're afraid the Repidium I found might not withstand the journey?
I know it won't. That's why we came up with a special container for it. An Ark.
You mean like a box?
A hermetic module dedicated specifically to storing and transporting Repidium. We have blueprints for it. Lucas should send the necessary data over to you by the time we finish talking. Constructing a Repidium Ark should be your primary focus now.
Alright. I'll get get it to it right away, or I don't have time to do it. What do you guys think? A reminder, Repidium sort of advances time for organic matter, which could potentially solve, like, the world hunger crisis, and maybe some other uses for it. Obviously, organ donation, for instance. Oh, I need a new organ, so here's a human, take its organs, or something. But at the same time, they seem to be valuing it more than the lives of, well, us. So, looks like you guys want me to make an arc.
Sounds like a big task.
You do.
I should get to it straight away.
It is a big task, Jan. But it's worth every effort. I hope you realize the gravity of the moment.
I thought you said you didn't want to put pressure on me.
You're right. Lucas said you had questions. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Do you know what happened to my crew?
Lucas showed me the records. I have a theory, but it's more of a hunch. I don't have any hard proof to support it.
What is it?
Well, I think it might have been the quantum processing unit that killed them.
What? But that's... No, that's crazy.
Do you read detective stories, Jan? The culprit always needs to have two things. A motive and a means. Well, it certainly had a means to do it.
But why?
Like I said, it's just a hunch. I'm afraid I won't have much more time for now, Jan. Do you have any other questions?
What will happen to my alters when we get back?
I don't know. Yet. I don't need to tell you this is unprecedented. There are no good practices here, but I know one thing. You can trust me and Lucas completely. But if anyone else contacts you, it's absolutely vital you don't tell them anything about the existence of the alters.
What? Why?
You know very well why, Jan. The law has been violated.
I thought Lucas said the branching was authorized.
You haven't been listening. There are no procedures for this sort of situation. There is no one who can officially authorize such an act. At the end of the day, it was your decision to branch yourself. It will be in your best interest to keep that in mind when considering the consequences.
I don't like the sound of this.
We will come back to it later, I'm sure. Right now, I'll have to leave you shortly. Is there anything else?
The branching procedure. There's a story there. Tell me.
It is something that has been tested. Long ago, within Ally Corp. But for completely different reasons and, as you can imagine, in a much more rudimentary fashion.
Altering mind records? For whom?
I'm sorry, Jan. It's highly classified and I already told you too much. I think you deserve answers, but regarding this matter, like I said, things were tested just for a while. Not much came of it. Now, I'd love to keep on chatting, but I really will need to be ending this call soon. Do you have any more questions?
No. I'm good.
Repidium Arc, Jan. That's what you should focus on right now. Your secret is safe with me and Lucas. Once you come back with a remedy for Earth's ailments, nobody will think of punishing you for how you got it. Remember, just do the right thing. Now, I really have to go, but it was a pleasure talking to you, and we will talk more, I promise. Until then.
Anyone feels blackmailed? Like, oh, you branched yourself. So you better build the Repidium Arc, or, you know, what you did was illegal and I'll tell people? But you guys did want me to agree. So the Repidium Arc costs 120 Repidium. It is a 4x2. And it's more safe, space efficient than a storage unit similar in its size. So it is just a little bit more massive than the small storage, but it stores a lot more Repidium. All right. We'll need Repidium for it. I think what I'm planning on doing is moving the enriched metals and placing it on the Repidium. Every pylon and every mining station that we build will inevitably cost us weight. So having a mining outpost everywhere possible is pretty space inefficient. So where we can and while we can, moving things around is like the better solution, in my opinion. So here we go. Here is the Repidium deep deposit. So let's try to find where it is. And it's somewhere towards the wall here. That's what the scan just told me. And there it is. So setting up the mining outpost. And it's done. Alright. Should I build an arc or scan anomalies? The other thing I wanted to do is, let's get some of the other shallow metals that are out here. Because they're more time efficient than really anything else we could do. While you vote on what we do next. So the shallow metals over here are guarded by these anomalies. And I can use my suit battery and the illuminator to scan them and turn them into something called AUX. I did have one suit battery that I just used up. And now we're ghost busting. Here's some more metals. And then there's shallow Repidium up this way. Let's go to the other anomaly too. You guys wanted me to scan anomalies, so my priority right now is going to be to scan the other anomaly. Because there was 2 types of anomalies. There's the, like, ghost goo. And then there's the, like, glowing one that wasn't necessarily trying to murder us. Now don't touch me. Over here. Following the interval trail. Keep the illuminator and follow the anomaly trail. Well, the problem is I'm out of suit batteries. But I'll follow it anyway.
Let's see where this leads.
The other thing I could do is to have them make a suit battery. Yeah, I could do that. And then, technician, you go to the workshop. See if I can actually like, have him cook one up for me. I already got those suitcases. Ooh. More Repidium. Yeah, we have some minerals here. There is some shallow minerals over there, which is great. And then here is something, but I don't have the suit battery to be able to do it. Let's see, workshop. Suit battery will be done in 52 minutes.
We're running out of storage space, you know?
He's really not working on that, is he? Alright, we're out of storage space. Yeah, he's off shift. Okay, well, we'll have to come back to that. Because, I can't make any more progress with no battery. And it's, I could recharge my batteries at a, pylon. But it's, almost time to pack it up anyway. Because it's about to get dangerous o'clock. Alright, fastest way back to the base is this pylon. So if we wanted to, we could actually recharge here. But it's about to get radio active out of here, so we'll head back. And tomorrow I'll try to illuminate the interval vein core. So Jan is in the kitchen and wants to chat.
So, do you have time for a little job evaluation? I'm not getting any connection from mining ops. Any idea how I can ask them for those blueprints? Didn't they push you to mine Repidium? Report getting the job done, and someone will turn up. Trust me, I know how this company works. Okay, thanks.
And the technician. He's angry.
Hey man, you're clearly angry. Meaningless small talk will only make me more angry. So maybe we can talk about something meaningful. What calms you down? Punching that smirk of yours would definitely do the trick. But if you really need to know, walking it off, I guess.
Option number 1, and postponing the detonation. Number 2, easy to maintain, aren't ya? Or number 3, then punch me.
Maybe you should punch me. Why not? Let it all out. don't want that. Trust me. But I appreciate the offer.
We do have enough cooked meals that the square meals should be fulfillable. What I'm going to do is the assignments, the technician, I want to be on base maintenance because things are starting to break down. And then make sure that we have queued up research too. So research lab. We're doing the cheaper batteries into the cheaper climbing because that's been a bit of a problem. But the other thing we could do is do the mining Repidium, minerals, and organics is faster. That'd be nice. And before we burn tomorrow's time, we'll get to sleep. So I'll head back to the integral vein core tomorrow morning. And then see about mining Repidium to be able to fulfill the Repidium arc. So the vein core is the integral veins over there. Heading to the mining or the minerals outpost is probably the easiest way to get there. And rather than fighting the anomalies, I just want to go straight to the integral vein. Ow. Freaking thing irradiated me. Stop it. No touchy. Oh my god. Alright. Let's follow the illusion plants. Again. But we have more suit power, so we'll be able to actually interact with the final anomaly this time. And it gave me planetary samples, a rare and valuable resource used for advanced research. Nice. Now, if we need to mine up more Repidium, the problem that we're going to have with that task is I don't have storage for it, really. So what I could do is drop some pylons out to be able to, like, make more room, at least temporarily. But that's like honestly just a stopgap measure. So we might need to make one more storage in the base for a more reasonable solution. So let's go do that. And also the scientist wants to talk to us. Small storage. So I think we need an elevator. And then we'll move our storages back, consolidating them. Greenhouse. Communications. Let's see. Dorm. Maybe there's a better way to do this. We'll put the womb down here because I don't interact with it very often. Research lab, I'd like to be close to the quantum computer. We'll do the communications room. And then the greenhouse, doesn't fit there. Greenhouse and kitchen up top. Dorm down below. It's not ideal, but it works. So, Yon Scientist is in the dorm.
So, an enriched metals outpost, huh?
And here he is.
I have something for you. I used the illuminator on one of those strange areas on the surface, and it revealed some sort of plants, but not real living plants. More like a projection of another dimension that became visible to me. Keep going. I followed their path and found something that could have been their core. And when I used the illuminator on it, I found some interesting specimens. Really? Specimens from the interval. Did you secure them properly? Of course. I have to take them to my lab immediately. Let me study them thoroughly. Jan, this is beyond my wildest dreams. A whole new area of research wide open before me. Before us.
That should keep him happy. Alright, research. So, here's the deal. The planetary samples that we got is a special resource that could be invested in a suit upgrade to increase the suit battery to 8 bars and radiation resistance to 20%. It could also be used to give us an advanced enriched metals outpost, which is faster for metals, or for non-metals, or for advanced metals. And again, you only get one of these, at least for now. Or large storage for more efficient storage, or for radiation repulsor, allowing us to use fewer radiation filters. So you only have one planetary sample, at least for now, and you have to decide where to put it. So what to research? Suits. And the suits upgrade also leads to the illuminator upgrades, as well as quick crafting on the fly and anomaly shield. Economy. And I'll put all 3 mining outposts in the economy category. Large storage or radiation. It's also worth noting that with enough radiation repulsors, your base becomes immune to radiation. Large storage and radiation repulsor is locked behind base expansion. So I'd need to do base expansion first and then those things. But ultimately, those are the options. Alright, what was I going to work on? Oh, right, so we were going to get the storage. Another storage room. So build one more small storage here. And then we'll get some Repidium for the Ark. I'm going to try to get the shallow Repidium first. And then I'll go for the deep Repidium. How's the base right now? So the technician is on base maintenance with no scheduled repairs, so I'm going to put him at the Repidium outpost. we're trying to get 120 Repidium for the Repidium arc. Yeah, it was definitely faster. We are at 118 out of the 120 that we need. Thank you, Shallow Deposit. Now to avoid these creepy ghost slimes, or whatever you want to call them. And the technician's probably going to get the last of the Repidium we need in just a second. So we'll go back to base.
Out of storage space.
Yep, there he goes. And we'll get the arc. So the technician is now full. Let's put him in charge of the workshop, because there's no more room for stuff. And, yeah, let's get this thing out of the way. Much more convenient. Alright, seems to me like you guys want large storage out of it. Efficient storage, I could see the use for that. Alright. So he's almost done with suit batteries. We'll do base expansion, and then after that we'll do medium to large storage. Well, if there was time, of course. But let's do the arc as well. Build. So the arc needs 100 organics. And there's a bunch of shallow organics like right around the arc that I never touched. So we can grab those. That will be faster than going to the mining outpost. Keep in mind that, of course, the botanist is competing with us for organics, so he's like using organics as we are acquiring it. Cheaper batteries is done. So after cheaper batteries, we'll do base expansion to medium storage to large storage. Gonna need another elevator, aren't I? Alright, now that we have the arc, let's lay things out nicer. We'll put the dorm up here. And the womb here, and then the arc down there. That works. So we got the arc made, and we can tell them that we built it. We've got 5 cooked meals, so I might want to go to the kitchen. God, I keep moving everything around. Kitchen is 1 floor up. Might want to go to the kitchen and make sure we have more meals queued.
Long day, huh?
There, now we have at least 10 meals. And then we'll do the phone call with HQ about the arc being built, which I'm sure they'll be happy.
Hello, Dulski here.
Jan, tell me you did it. Tell me you have the arc.
I did it.
Well done. Now, all we need to do is bring it home safely. Are you making progress with that obstacle of yours?
I'm still looking for a way out.
Oh, I don't want to cause panic, but you better hurry.
It would have gone way faster if I didn't have to build that damn ark for you.
Do you really think it's just a whim for me?
I don't know, but I don't want to die for a dream. I told you, I'm no hero.
You seem to value your life a lot, Jan. Have you thought about how much it's really worth?
Well,
Imagine coming back without Repidium and having to face the thought, what if I hadn't given up? Would you live with yourself while the world would deteriorate before your eyes? All because you put your sorry ass first.
all right, point taken. I'm gonna need your help.
What can I do for you?
I need blueprints for superconductive bridge anchors from Project Versynt.
Versynt? But how do you know about that?
My scientist Alter told me.
A scientist? Really? And one familiar with aborted scientific programs unknown to the public?
Aborted? Are you sure?
Yes. Project Versynt was terminated years ago due to lack of satisfactory results.
But my scientist said they developed some tech.
My word. Are you saying that he thinks it still exists? That's fascinating. Your scientist must have been part of it somehow. And in his reality, the program was a success. That's amazing, Jan. You do understand what I'm saying, right?
This is more fucked up than I thought.
Poetry.
What?
A good poem should resist comprehension, almost successfully. Your situation reminded me of that phrase. It is confusing, or fucked up, as you put it, but it fuels the imagination and opens the mind, just like poetry.
Is that supposed to help me?
I have an idea. It's a long shot, but it might be all we have. Project Versynt did leave behind unfinished drafts. Crisscrossed formulae, discarded calculations, the usual scribbles of a scientific stream of consciousness at work. For what it's worth, I'll ask Lucas to send it over to your terminal. Maybe that resourceful alter of yours can put it to good use.
Oh, okay. It's better than nothing, I guess.
I have to say, Jan, I'm beginning to see more and more potential in this situation of yours. I hope we speak soon. Good luck, as always.
Alright, let's give the blueprints to the scientist. He is in the dorm, and I moved the dorm up here.
So, I have news about the anchor blueprints you asked for? I certainly hope so, because I just saw something come in from mining ops, and it looks like a bad joke. Did you precisely ask for bridge anchor blueprints? Sorry to break this to you, but the program you mentioned doesn't exist. This is all they came up with before they were terminated. Terminated? But why? Lack of results. Looks like they didn't get anywhere without that student of yours. Results, huh? You mean an outcome that only exists in my fake memories? Huh. No wonder what I got looks more like the musings of a madman than serious work. There's no way I can make anything out of it. We just don't have the time. Look, I know it's not perfect, but I believe in you. Just think, they came up with this thing only because you existed. It's gotta mean something. Well, if you put it that way, I can try.
And then if we head back down to the research lab, we can have him put on researching the bridge anchors, which I'm going to say takes priority over everything else because we die without it. But I haven't forgotten that you want the base expansion and the medium and then large storage thereafter. And I think this is going to be my final day because I am a little bit over time. So this is where I am going to leave off for today. Thank you for tuning in to The Alters, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind I've asked for no backseating and no spoiler, so if you could respect that, that would be great. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow alters.